I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Jim Jacob absent. Jim Andrus absent. Bob McCoy.
Present.
Tom Eater.
Present.
Myself, Crystal Sobey, present.
Okay, so let the minutes show that we have 3 present, 2 absent, so we do have a board. Okay, first on the agenda tonight, or this afternoon, so usually evening, will be the table Chief Administrative Officer from last month's meeting. And we did have a workshop on this. I would like to entertain a motion that per our work session that we had, that we appoint an administrative officer to the fire department for a period of 6 months, approximately 6 months,
What did you say?
ending
till the
June
end of the-
30th
Why don't you say just to the end of the fiscal
to the end of the
year?
fiscal year, June 30th, 2017. And that would be administrative, Crystal,
Yeah,
my chief,
yeah.
at $500 per month.
Did you want to do that on a weekly basis?
Yeah, if
Based
you
on
want.
vacation time?
Okay, if you want $125 a week. And my question to the board is, they've been working on some of the things that will be coming up in the rest of the meeting. Can we retro this to January 2nd, January 1st? What's your,
I don't know, but that we would need to retro it.
okay.
Do we need to I don't.
Well, I just know they've been working on these things. It just hasn't started like today
Okay.
or yesterday. They have been working on it and the workshop and bringing everything to this point. So I just thought I'd mention it. It's up to the board. Make a motion.
You said this is for January 1st?
Yeah.
I'm happy to retro it to the beginning of this week, which would have been, what, 16? Let's, I can't see the calendar.
Oh, we gotta get that put back over here.
Yeah. I'm not sure how it is that way down here.
We're looking right now at the
No, that's,
19th, so 16th, Martin Luther. Is that your motion?
yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Are you okay with the, so it's $125 a week starting the 13th? Or
Well,
excuse me, I'm sorry, the
16th.
16th?
Yeah.
And to the end of fiscal year, June 30th?
Yeah.
We have a motion by Crystal. Do we have a support?
I'll support, but I have some comments and
Do we need to appoint a specific person? We're appointing,
Tom Lauer.
okay, let's
Yeah,
do that, appoint Tom Lauer
Appoint
to
Tom
the
Lauer.
position of,
Administrative. So, and that was, Tom, you said you had some questions before we vote?
just a couple of comments based upon the workshop that we attended. I would like to see, and I mentioned this to the chief before, a list of specific duties for each member of the department, and also a flow chart of the department to give the board a better understanding of who's doing what and why they're doing what they're doing. I just think it would give us a better handle. I know myself personally would on the specific duties of everyone within the department. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's hard to talk when you can't hear. So that would be my comment and recommendation. I would be happy to support the motion, but this is what I'd like to have next time we consider it.
I'd be happy to add that to my motion.
Okay.
Do we have a timeline that we would
I
like
was going to
this?
ask.
Well, next time it's considered, which would be after June 30th.
Actually, I think we should have that before June 30th.
Well, before, but to be considered on that particular date or just before.
Do we want to,
Why not a couple months now?
for the March board meeting?
Yeah.
That gives,
That's a month.
Better than a month.
5, 6 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Jason has it.
Oh, go ahead, Jay.
If you guys have a copy of the SOGs and the policies that were approved by
Mhm.
the board,
Yeah.
you give those to him, it has everything in there. Everything but the flow chart.
Okay.
Does it have the new duties of the administrative officer?
That's the only one it wouldn't have.
Yeah,
Because that
I'd
hasn't
like
been
to have that
approved
as
yet.
well. To have it in its entirety.
Once it's approved here, then I can put it into
So
the
for the
policies.
March,
If you need to sit down and go over things, Jason, I'll be happy to do that with you.
so that'll be for the March meeting then?
Yeah, March, well, that's fine.
Okay. So it's only for the chief administrative officer.
No, administrative.
Administrative, I'm sorry, I'm reading the line here.
Yeah, well, the rest of the board members were.
Do you have a, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry,
you-
before, oh.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Go.
No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, before we vote on this, in addition, do we want to make this a temporary position? Because I'd be happy to put that in my motion as well, temporary position of administrative officer.
If this could be reconsidered at the end of the budget year, it would be implicit that it's temporary.
Okay. Go
Both
ahead,
of you have the motion, so go ahead.
Tom had
Anything else, Tom?
Jason, you have and I'm used to calling things SOPs, but do you have an extra copy of, what do you call it, DOD?
SOG.
SOG.
SOG?
Yeah, there should be a copy of the SOGs and the policies. Every board member has a copy that came from the attorney when they were approved.
I don't. I mean, do you have an extra one that I can
I do
have?
not have an extra one.
Wasn't that on,
There's one on, you should have a CD and a hard copy backup.
okay, I'll
Every
have
board
to check
member
and
would
see
get
if
one.
I have a CD. I have the hard copy in my office, but it's
Okay.
in a binder this big. It's pretty voluminous.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. 3-0. Under new business, we have the SAFER grant, which was discussed again at the meeting, and I want to know what the board's feelings is on that. We had talked a little bit and discussed, there was a possibility of 6 members being, or people being available for the grant. A couple of the board members expressed 3. So I would like to make a motion that we move forward in this next step with the understanding that we would only apply for 3 in the grant.
Correct.
So, do I have a support?
I'll support that.
We have a support by Eder. Any other questions or additions?
I know concerns have been raised by the department that they're currently shorthanded, and that is likely to continue. So I would hope this would be perhaps helpful to the department in that respect. And it's, in my experience too, once you get into the system of grants, other things become available. So hopefully at the end of 3 years, we'll have other things available to us as a fire department in the township. So that's kind of my rationale for supporting the motion.
I see a lot of pros and cons with this. Unfortunately, I'm seeing more cons than I do pros.
Okay. Well, we do have a motion supported by Helder. Oh, man. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Nay.
Okay, 2-1 on the saver. Item number B under new business is station use, the use of officer training. And Jay, that was what, a 3-month course?
Yeah, actually, I spoke with the instructor this morning,
Yes.
and he advised me that he's looking to push this back now, not to start in January, possibly in the fall,
Oh, wow.
Okay.
because the people that he had committed to the class have backed out.
So do you want this table?
Or approved to use it starting in October.
Is that when he wants to
Yeah,
start?
he wants
in
to start in October.
Yeah.
With the same,
Officers
Offer.
training, the same offer?
the same offerings that he's given us prior.
Two
For
members.
this, yeah,
2 members would be considered in that at $900.
correct.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve
I'll support.
station use.
We have a motion by Sovey, we have a support by Eder for the station use, now move to October with 2 members taking care of consideration or for completing the course of IRA.
We also talked about, in addition to that, that they're responsible for paying if they don't complete the course. Do we want to add that?
We can if you want, Crystal. I
I know.
believe it's in our policy, or it's been a policy that if they take a course and they don't complete it, that they need to.
Well, this is a little bit different.
It is, it's
So
officers
we're not
training.
paying anything out, so
Right.
how can we
Right.
collect something we haven't paid out?
Well, we have, because they're using the hall and everything down, you know.
But the individual firefighters that are taking the class haven't paid anything out, so we can't really say you need to reimburse us for something if they haven't paid out.
Well, and typically they wouldn't pay out, Tom. We would pay, and there's a training contract that says if you don't complete 2 years of service, then you're responsible to pay for your training. But the township would have paid for that. So really, our payment is the use of the station.
Use of the station. It's either that or charge them, and then, you know, have the guys pay it, one of the two, and it's a,
How would we then let them know what they'd be responsible for? We would have to let those firefighters know that if they did complete it, they have to be responsible for X number of dollars.
official minutes. So,
And I'm sure Jason would,
Jay, you're good with that, aren't you?
Yeah, it's all in the training contract that they'd have to sign anyways, so.
Right, yeah, the contract. It is in the contracts that they sign, so.
so that's my motion to approve the station use, allowing 2 of our men to attend for free. And they have to pay for the class if they don't complete it.
And Tom, you still second that?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried, 3-0. Next on the agenda is the annual MTA meeting.
It would be my motion to allow any board member to attend the annual county MTA meeting at $30 per
30,
person.
Yeah. I support. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried, 3-0. Item number D, the 2017 standard mileage rate.
federal government has announced the 2017 standard mileage rate is now at 53.5 cents. So what would be my motion to accept the federal guideline?
53.5.
Correct.
Do you remember last year's, Crystal?
Yeah, I believe it was 54.
54? Okay, so it's down half cent. I'll support that.
Can I just ask, is that what we're paying our people then for
Yes,
any situation that they
Yeah.
have crash somewhere?
Yeah.
yes.
And it's going from 53.5 to 54?
No,
I'm sorry.
verse.
Reverse, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Use the other ear. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's going down to half a.
Boy, there's not much work today, Bob, I'll tell you.
So, I support that, Crystal. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item number E is the assessing board review class. And I didn't bring a copy of that.
It's in your iPad.
Okay, I'll let you read it, Crystal. Are you-
Pam had sent a memo to you, Bob, regarding assessor/board of review class. She says, please see the attached email that is offering both classes for free at the county on Thursday, February 23rd. 2017 key topics for assessor is from 8 till noon, and the board of review class is from 1:30 to 4:30. Both are 4-hour classes. Since it's all day, she said she would not be in, as she's requesting to be paid 8 hours for the class time along with mileage.
Did she say anything about continuing that on that for hours?
No, she doesn't
Not in
have
that.
anything.
Okay, I believe it comes with some of that too. So,
Okay. I know each session is worth 4 hours, whether
Oh.
they're CEUs, I don't know.
it'll
Yeah.
count towards that, thank you. I would make a motion to allow that for her to go to both classes, paid with mileage.
I support that motion.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? 3-0. And last but not least, we have property combination
And that's here.
that's been applied for, and that is for 80 what? Dixie Highway?
8644.
8644 Dixie Highway. I checked with Pam and the building inspector, and
Just to kind of apprise the board, this is the property that the new Dollar General
General.
is going on off of Dixie Highway. The back half, if you remember, the back half of that property was not rezoned. It remained residential.
Correct.
And most of that property is wetlands.
right,
And the neighbor to the, let me think about this, to
East.
the east, I
I
got
know there,
things, is purchasing a portion of that.
Okay.
Not the whole back half, is that correct? It's just a portion of that.
I thought that wherever, I mean, it's basically all wetlands, and I believe it's going across the whole back of the property that they
Well, I'm
couldn't
seeing a
do.
dark line segregating that.
Yeah, so see,
This is what we're talking about here.
right. See how it's in a pie shape, Crystal? This is Harmony, that's Harmony Court, and this is Swan Creek where
This
Darkas
is
are.
Dixie, yeah.
Yeah,
So isn't this piece here is what they're purchasing?
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
and like you say, it's wetlands,
right.
so,
Okay, yeah, because there's like approximately 1 acre and that was what was not rezoned.
correct.
Okay,
So it'd be my motion to go ahead and approve that and have them submit it to the proper authorities.
I'll support the motion.
Motion by McCoy, supported by Sobey. All in
Approve the
favor?
lot combination.
What? Or, yeah, for the lot combination. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried, 3-0. Next, is there anything else from the board?
There's nothing else on the
Okay.
agenda.
Public comment, sir?
Nope.
You're good?
Yep, thank you for
Get
asking.
in the front of the camera and make some comments?
Oh, no, I'm all set. You guys are nice. I mean, I've been harassed in the past. I mean, you guys are the exact opposite.
Oh, well,
We promised.
No, no, and when I say harassed, I don't mean by you guys, I mean by others, you know, so.
oh, no. Well, it's good to see you though, Mike. I haven't seen you in over a year and a half, I think.
Yep, and I feel bad. I mean, now you're looking at my broken glasses. I've gained some weight, so. But
Hey,
And we all,
the weight thing is, if without, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
support.
Okay, we're good. 12:25.